Welcome to Coffee with Coaches Meeker Edition, a podcast created to showcase the achievements of Meeker High School students. Tiffany Jahorik, owner-operator of Crystal Meadow Farms and sports editor for the Rio Blanco Herald-Times, and Rich Klinsman, owner-operator of Step Beyond Media, with special guest hosts get together for weekly discussions over coffee with MHS coaches and teachers. They look back for a week in review and to what is coming for MHS athletes, plus so much more. Welcome, everyone, to our season finale of the 2022 winter season. So, Rich, this weekend I traveled to the games Friday via Nebraska.
Yeah.
So headed to my parents' house. So I wasn't able to go on Saturday. But the games Friday and Saturday, both teams played so hard, both games. Unfortunately, the girls couldn't come away with a win. You know, Ray had a full court press on them for a great portion of the games, but our girls were too fast. They were picking that press out. And so...
Right.
You know, they stopped the press and then were able to pick up some points, and Ray came away with the win. And then Fowler, you know, the boys beat Fowler, and then the boys, of course, lost to Lyman and didn't make it to the Elite Eight. But, you know, we have all the teams in the studio today with us, all the seniors. Right now, we have the girls with us.
Yeah, you can see them all. Everybody wave.
Yeah. And then the boys are coming in a bit later. And then with the teams, we have Coach Rogers and Coach Kindler. So,
That's
you
great.
know, I guess enough of us talking. Let's get to them.
Yeah, we might as well just go ahead and talk with them. They know what happened.
Yeah, let's do that.
Crystal Meadow Farms is family owned and operated, offering a wide range of CBD products. Coming from 5 generations of farming, Crystal Meadow Farms offers farm-to-table products. In-house CBD extraction using beverage-grade CO2 since 2019. They create a CBD oil without the use of harmful chemicals. Their retail products are handcrafted using organic and natural ingredients and are some of the strongest on the market. They offer a range of CBD tinctures, spa products, a pet line, gummies for day and night, and a large line of topicals.
Okay, so we're back here. We have the 5 senior girls with us. They were on the lady basketball team. Lady boy basketball. Sorry, girls. Lord. So let's start with Haley. Sorry, I didn't think you guys might have chose your order, and I just did it for you. So Haley, why don't you start? Say your name, who your parents are.
My name is Haley Knowles, and my parents are Tom and Holly Knowles.
I'm Savannah Mendenhall, and my parents are Gardner and Nicole Mendenhall.
I'm Michaela Willie, and my parents are Tara and Mike Willie.
I'm Hadley Franklin, and my parents are Ann and Bailey Franklin.
I'm Sarah Kraft, and my parents are Jason and Betty Kraft.
So you guys finished the season 12-11, and so I know that you probably don't want to dissect Ray, but can you a little bit? What happened in that game? Okay,
Not everybody at once.
Not everybody at once.
I feel like we had a pretty good shot the first and second quarter, and then in the beginning of the third quarter, they got a little run on us, and then...
Yeah, we started out our first and second quarter really strong, and I think we were breaking the press really good, and then in the third quarter, we had our little down spot, and then they just got a run on us, and we could never catch back up.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But it was a great game. You guys played super tough, and, you know, I think all of us are really, really proud of you. So looking forward, how many of you are doing track? No. But Haley, are you also doing golf?
Yes.
2. That'll be fun. And nobody else wants to do golf, Michaela? Hadley? No? No?
I was thinking about it, but I don't think I'm
No?
going to.
Okay, so then also tell us, do you guys know what your future plans are? Like where you're going to school, if you're going, what you're doing? Can you tell us?
So I plan on going to Utah State in Logan, Utah. And then I want to do biology and then criminal justice and forensics.
Oh, cool.
And then I'm going to go to Montana State University and do exercise science with the pre-occupational therapy track.
Nice. Sarah?
I'm going to Rock Springs, Wyoming, Western Wyoming Community College, and I'm studying nursing and playing basketball.
That's right. I heard that. Your mom told me that this weekend. That's exciting. Michaela?
I'm going to LCCC, so Laramie County Community College, and I'm going to get my associates in nursing.
Oh, fun.
I'm going to Washington State in Pullman, and I'm going to major in hospitality business management with a minor in wine and beverage.
Wine and beverage.
Yes.
Very nice.
We like wine.
Yeah, I'm kind of a wine fan myself.
Yeah.
Looking back on the season, is there anything you guys want to say, talk about, reminisce?
I think we had a pretty good season overall. We definitely had our tough losses, but I think we just kept going and played together and strong. So
It went
Yes.
by way too fast, but
It did go super fast.
Right. But it was nice to have a full season, a regular season after
It was nice,
the
yeah.
COVID year.
Yeah,
Well,
it was.
yes,
2 COVID years, technically. I mean, basketball did get cut short that first year. State just ended right in the middle of the game. So, well, thank you, girls, for coming in. We sure appreciate it. I think we're going to switch chairs real quick and bring in Coach Rogers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Jamie, thank you for joining us today. We appreciate it. And it was a great season, 12 and 11. You guys had a rough start, so I think that's great.
We were super excited about it.
Yeah.
The shootout, we started out really strong. We had some good games before Christmas, and then we played some really good teams. We played some 3A teams. Grand Valley, they made it to the Elite Eight, so we're super proud of them, and that's one of our games. And,
Right. And Cedar Ridge.
And Cedar Ridge, yeah.
Yeah. So the Western Slope, bringing 2 people in, which is awesome and great. Grand Valley, 1 person from our league.
Right. Grand
Headed
Valley's
over.
3A.
Sirocco ended up losing to Wiggins. Darn it. But so let's talk about Ray a little bit. The girls did play super tough that first half of the game.
Oh my gosh, we would get down. I was looking at, I think it was 21-9 in the first quarter. We'd get down, and then they would just battle back. And we went in with 6 points down at half, and we were really excited. They played so hard that first half, and then, like the girl said, the second half they came out and made a little run, and we just couldn't recover.
Right.
They're big rebounders, and so
Yeah, it was a tall team in general and a big team. So
yeah.
But our girls were fast and they played really, really well.
They did. Yep, they kept working till the end, and that's really all you can ask for is just keep going.
Yes. So, this summer, what do you have in plan for basketball?
We are, we always go to the Manila tournament. It's fun. It's at Dover by Flaming Gorge, so we camp and we go to the lake and we play basketball. And then we are looking to maybe get some Tuesday night stuff going here in Meeker. Talked to Rangeley and Hayden, and they thought they would like to come and do a little bit of that kind of stuff. And then there's always the summer weights program. And
Right. Well, thank you so much. And again, congratulations on a good season.
thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, switching it up again, and right now we have the senior boys with us. And so everybody, Zach, let's start with you. Introduce yourself and then tell us who your parents are, please.
Okay, I'm Zach Simonson. My mom is Laura Kendall, and my dad is Arnie Simonson, who lives in a different town. But
I'm
Zogger.
I'm Zogger Brown. I'm Trina and Eric's son, and yeah.
Yeah.
My name's Peter Hanks, and my parents are Jim and Paulette Hanks.
Liam Deming, Meredith, and Opie Deming.
Thank you, guys.
Did you notice that the girls were a lot more talkative? They just wanted to get in there, start talking, and then
Yeah, they knew who their
Boys are-
parents were off in the beginning.
yeah.
So 16-7, that's a great season, guys. We're really proud of you. And so tell us a little bit about your favorite parts of the season. Ooh.
I guess one of my favorite, is traveling with the team. That's always fun with her. And then the close games. We had a lot of close games this year. I think about 8 of them were within 5 points by the end of it. And so just, playing pretty intense close games is always good. Those are the games you never forget. So those are one of my favorite memories.
Yeah, and back to a normal year, no COVID, which is nice. And also people back in the gym. There were a lot of really great crowd games for you guys. So just going through this, Liam, you led in points. Zogger, you led in, I think it was rebounds altogether. But I also think it was defensive rebounds. Casey led in steals, and Zach, you led in offensive rebounds, it looks like. And shooting percentage. So I don't know if you heard, Zach, what the guy said about you on the radio at the Lyman game.
No.
Were you listening to it, Rich?
Yeah.
He said you play like you're 7 feet tall. It was pretty fun. Yeah. So this past weekend, you guys played Fowler. And have you guys ever played Fowler before in your career since you guys have been in high school? No. No. And then you played Lyman. And those boys are big, which we knew, right, coming out of football that they were going to be big. But you guys stuck with them, and we're so proud of you. It didn't go the way we wanted, but how do you guys feel about the game? First of all, a little bit of revenge on Lyman was fun.
Yeah, I mean, it felt good to go in their house and kind of scare them a little bit. I've lost to Lyman like 3 times over my high school career, so it felt good to kind of go in there and be the underdog. And I mean, at one point, it felt like they were really nervous, and so I felt that was fun for sure.
Well, they definitely switched it up, didn't they? They kind of changed who they had playing. They brought in those big guys down there at the bottom. And are they number 1 or number 2? Number 2.
Yep, they're the number 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, anything else? Well, first of all, before we actually more about basketball, let's start where we're going to go to college or what our post-graduation plans are.
I still am deciding, but I think it's between the Colorado School of Mines and Embry-Riddle.
Oh, that surprises me. You were dead set on School of Mines.
Yeah.
Which Embry-Riddle?
The one in Florida.
Oh, yeah. Daytona. Mm-hmm.
Especially after this last snowstorm.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to LSU and study finance. So.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to go to CMU and go into construction management.
Oh, good.
I'm going to go to Metro State and study exercise science.
Metro State. Is that Denver?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Well, you guys, we're super proud of you again. And thank you for coming in today. Anything you would like to say to family or friends?
I guess just thank you for supporting us all season to, I guess, everyone in the town and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for coming to games. It was fun.
Yeah.
Yep. And baseball this year?
Yeah.
Baseball.
Track.
Baseball.
All right. Well, good luck, guys, in your spring seasons.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Well, Clark, thank you for coming in today. We
Sure.
appreciate it. So I guess let's start with the Fowler game.
They came out and they jumped on us early. We really had problems guarding their pick and roll action on offense. It was something it didn't take us by surprise. We knew what they were going to do. And we just, they were a little bit quicker, I think, than we thought. And they just were a little bit more athletic than what they looked like on film. And we struggled. We just struggled defending it. And we got down, I think it was 19-10 after the first quarter. And then we knew that they did not, that they struggled against the zone. So we finally switched to the zone. Obviously it's always easy to second guess a coach, and coaches second guess themselves. If I had it to do over again, we would have went to the zone earlier, but we did go to the zone. And when we went zone, it worked. And they struggled the last 3 quarters offensively. As everyone knows that's watched us play, I'm not big into zones. I'm a man guy, and I hate to play zone, but sometimes you have to. And we also zoned against Lyman a little bit, and our zone was very effective, particularly against Fowler. They had 2 or 3 guards that could shoot it okay, and we were concerned about that, but we did a great job of getting out and defending them. And then offensively, we just we did enough, but once we got them shut down defensively, we had some success.
Right. And it was a fun game. And I think I don't know if you saw it on Facebook. Well, you're not on Facebook, but maybe your wife saw it, that there was a lot of compliments going around from that side of the mountains about our crowd and our kids. Their, sportsmanship and just the crowd being super positive. And the gym was fun to be in on Friday.
It was. Lyman's, their gym's a little bit similar to ours. And, you get 10 people in there and it sounds like 500, and then you get 500 in there, and you guys can imagine how loud it was.
Yeah.
And, it was a great atmosphere, and that's, what regionals and district tournaments are all about is getting the kids in that type of environment. And Meeker always, it doesn't matter what sport it is, Meeker always travels well. And it doesn't, both teams had success this year, but it doesn't matter whether we're successful or not. Our people travel and back the teams, and it's a great place to coach and live in.
Yes. Yes, it was fun to be there. I wasn't able to be there Saturday because of the snowstorm. I don't know that it snowed down in Lyman, but it snowed.
It did. Yes, it did.
Yeah.
They got an inch or two.
Yeah, my parents got about 6 inches. And so we were like, nope, we aren't able to come. But I did watch it on NFHS, the Lyman game. And it looked like that they were shocked and nervous in the beginning. I don't think that they were expecting our boys to be, first of all, as quick, as we are. But
we played well. I kind of borrowed something from what the colleges do. And I told our guys that we were going to play the game in 4-minute segments, that we just had to match them and stay with them in 4-minute segments. It's easier in college because they get a timeout every 4 minutes. And, I'd sometimes holler out on the floor, there's the first period, and we're up 2 or whatever it was. And we did a really good job, particularly in the first half. We had a lead at halftime, and, we would have taken it any day. And the second half, they turned up their defense a little bit. They really got out and guarded us, and we struggled offensively a bit. I think we only had a 14-point half. And defensively, again, we stayed right there with them. They had a hard time getting into their offense. We did a really, really good job stopping their transition game. The night before against whoever they played.
Oh, Lyman, Callahan.
Callahan, sorry. I knew it started with a C. I couldn't think of it.
Right.
They really got out and ran the break well, and they were quick. And we just sent 3 guys back on defense to stop their transition and take away those easy baskets. And it was kind of easy to just send 3 back because with their size, we weren't going to get a lot of offensive rebounds anyway. And we just, hey, we're gonna send 3 back, and we're gonna stop your transition, and we did a really good job of that.
Yeah, so they had 2 guys that were ginormous. I mean, they must have been pushing 6'3", I would imagine 6'4".
The kid that came off the bench was probably closer to 6'6" or 6'7".
Oh, was he that big?
And he was a load. When he posted up, we couldn't get around it, but Zogger did a great job guarding him. And it's funny, different seasons when you have kids and you adapt to what your kids could do. Is Zogger's probably the best post defender that I have ever coached. We did not have to help out a lot on the post, and usually your defense, when it goes in the post, you dig out. And we isolated him a lot, just said we don't have to help out on posts. We got to defend the arc. And he did a great job, even against that big kid. He posted them up a couple times, and Zogger had a couple big blocks. And the night before, he never missed. And I haven't seen their shooting stats or anything, but he only hit 2 or 3 shots over Zogger.
Yeah, the kids played really well, and it was definitely fun to watch. The radio announcers were just above the Meeker crowd. So that was fun to hear our crowd. They
made some noise.
They did, yeah. Especially Zogger's mother. Yeah. And so, 16-7 again. That's a great season. And how many of our Western Slope teams are still in it?
The Western Slope is done.
Oh.
We had a very good in 2A in our league. We had a very good Friday night. All 5 of our teams won. Cedar Edge, who was a 22 seed, won. We were an 18 seed. We won. Vail Christian was a 16-7. It was the 16-17 game, and they won by 20 points. And then Vail Mountain also won. So we were kind of excited that, hey, good job by our league. And Saturday didn't go nearly as well.
Darn it.
And part of that, though, was Vail Christian played the number 1 seed, and we played the number 2 seed. I honestly thought that Cedar Ridge was going to have a chance because I saw Crowley County on tape, and Cedar Ridge played them tough. And then Vail Mountain, they kind of let the league down a little bit. They played Lotus at home and didn't get it done.
Yeah, that was the one that
Lotus.
surprised me, that Lotus is at state.
Yes,
that they're the
and,
number 8
You know, we
seed
saw
coming in.
Lotus at the shootout, like you said, Rich, and you know, they were good, but I didn't.
No.
You know, they obviously improved, but I didn't see them as a top 8 team in the state when they were here.
Right.
And I thought Vail Mountain zone would give them some problems because they had those quick guards out top that would penetrate, and I thought that zone with those big kids at the backside of that, they're going to have a hard time getting to the rim. So obviously I don't know what happened, but I thought that was a good matchup for Vail Mountain.
Right, and I actually think that one team from our district, from our league, is actually in state.
Caprock, you're right. I'm
did
sorry.
make it.
I
No,
was just thinking 2A, but Caprock did make it in the 1A division.
Right.
1A. Okay.
Yeah. Caprock's a smaller.
Right. Well, that's good. Good for them. Well, thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate it, and it's sad to see the season end.
It is. You know, you always. You know what? The night before, Lyman looked so good, and you know, part of it was Callahan was the 31st seed or whatever, and I was thinking, holy cow, are these guys good? And you know, at first you're thinking, well, we just want to play them tough, which obviously we did. You know, we had it down to 2 with a minute left, and you know, we were tied throughout the fourth quarter, and that's all you can ask for is for a chance. And they just, you know, they're obviously good and they're talented, and they made 2 or 3 more plays than us and got the win. So, you know, I'm so proud of the guys, but at the other end, you were like, man, we had it. We had our chances. Yes. And you always second guess yourself, right. And you know, holy cow, did they really overachieved this year. And you know, I'm not so sure that we expected we expect to, but sometimes it's more realistic to win a league championship. And you know what, preseason, you would have probably picked us maybe second or third at best because of what Vail Christian had coming back. Right. And to win the league, it was just it was great. And you know, who thought that when we were 1-3 at Christmas break that we'd wheel off 13 straight games and win the league?
Yes. Well, there's definitely a lot of athleticism in those boys, and you have a lot of athleticism returning, which is
there
good.
is, and you know, I told the guys afterwards, you know, we're most likely going to 3A next year, and I told the younger guys that I expect to win the 3A league next year, and you know, we played all but 2 of the teams. We're in a 7-team league, and we played 5 of them and beat them. So, you know, the expectations are not going to drop for me, and I think it'd be really cool for us to go up a league and win that league. So that's what we're going to try like heck to achieve.
When's that decision being made?
Well, it's been made. The CHSAA has what's called the Legislative Council. It's a group of 75 people throughout the state. I'm on it. I'm a Western Slope representative. And we'll get together and we vote on the new CHSAA policies in mid-April.
Oh, that's right, because the wrestling weights may change.
Yes, and if someone brings up a proposal to keep us 5A basketball, the 5 classes instead of the 6, then that would be voted on. And I don't know if anyone's going to bring it up or whether it's kind of died off, but that's the only thing that we would stay with the 5 classes. As far as the basketball committee and everyone else, we're planning on 6 classes and starting that process.
So, okay, so it won't be like we're jumping up to 3A as it exists now.
That is correct. It'll be
a little bit higher, but not quite as big of a school.
Our league is going to be Roaring Fork, Grand Valley, North Fork, Cedar Edge, Olathe, and Gunnison.
Okay.
So like Aspen, Basalt, Coleridge, the bigger schools, they are all going up to 4A.
Isn't Gunnison's not as big as them?
No, they're going to be a top end type 3A school, but they fit within the numbers.
Any other teams moving? Football staying?
Football is staying. North Fork is going to play 1A football next year and 2A volleyball. Chess approved that. Their numbers are where they should. They place them where their numbers are. It's not like they got special permission to come down. Those schools just went to CHSAA and said, hey, there's a process that you can go through to petition to play down or play up. They'll always let you play up. North Fork missed that window because they were not an existing school. It's pretty hard to fight for yourself when you're not a school yet.
Right.
Right, because they were right in that 1 year in the 2-year process.
Yes. And they went to CHSAA and said, our football numbers, we should be placed in 1A, because they used like 2018 numbers. And their enrollment has obviously, in Hotchkiss and Paonia, their numbers obviously dropped. And they said in 2A volleyball, our numbers should put us in 2A. It's not, it's, in my opinion, with their numbers are, they placed them where they are supposed to be. They did not give them, some special consideration or whatever, or let them drop down because they were going to be small or uncompetitive or whatever. They just said, here are our numbers. This is where we should play.
Gotcha. Right. I had talked to their coach quite a bit when we played Buena Vista. Those coaches were at that football game, and they were very concerned. So
yes,
that's good. That's good that they get to stay. It's unfortunate, though, that Gunnison isn't moving up, are they?
No, they are not. They let them stay in 2A.
And don't they have almost 400 kids as an enrollment?
They do. And, they get to pull from Crested Butte because Crested Butte doesn't have football. So they get it probably, I don't know, I shouldn't assume, but they probably get a couple of those kids. And it's I don't know, it's a little bit different the way that they do it. Caprock just made the 1A state tournament in basketball. They have 2A numbers. They let them drop down because of competitive, but we all know that Caprock hasn't been very good in the past. In these last 2 years, they've kind of turned it around. Well, next year they still get to play in 1A. And it's, no one knows. I guess that's the frustrating thing from people around the state. It's just not the Western Slope that's going, man, I've talked to, I talked to Dirk at Lyman, and there's just no, I guess, rhyme or reason to, okay, we're going to let you play down, but when do you move back up when you've rebuilt your program?
Right. Yeah, I would think that, because Gunnison should have been down at 1A football. This should be their going into their third year. In my opinion, they should be moving up. But
right.
That's okay.
So for the next 2 years, Gunnison
they'll stay 1A in football.
Yes. And I also do believe, I don't know if it's official, that Buena Vista is in our football league.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, when you mentioned that, Buena Vista is going to be in the football league. That's just how they had to balance the leagues to where everyone has basically, I think, 6 teams. The Western Slope's going to have an extra team since we allowed North Fork to come down. So from my aspect, it was good because we were still looking for a non-league football game. So now we don't have to find that.
Gotcha.
It'll just be North Fork. And
you mean we don't have to go to Center?
Well, we don't know. We're still looking for another game.
No.
I think it's time for Center to come here.
If we do, they will come here.
Yeah, I vote Wiggins.
I know in next year's schedule that Buena Vista does come here.
Oh, good.
But we do go to Gunnison again. So that's, they at least made our 2 long trips to where you don't make both of them in a year.
Right. That'll be nice.
Yes.
That Gunnison Field's hard like a rock, and it's lumpy.
Okay.
It's like wavy. It goes, I don't know. It's hard to explain. Well, thank you again. Sure. We sure appreciate it. Welcome back. That was sure fun to talk to those kids.
Yeah, it sure was.
Yeah, and of course the coaches. So we're going to wrap up the winter season, again, the girls finished 12-11 and the boys finished 16-7, and that was fabulous. And then now it's time to talk about spring already.
I know, and considering we just had that snowstorm,
I know.
guess hopefully our last major one of spring.
I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
so
know.
it's starting earlier this year, so it seems a little bit different because of COVID last year. Everything got like shifted down.
Right.
And they went way into June. I think actually baseball was the state baseball was the weekend before the 4th of July.
That's right. That's right. They did go that far.
Yep, but this year everything's shifted back to normal. And so we have 3 teams. We have girls golf, boys and girls track, which I guess that's 3 right there, and then boys baseball, so technically 4 teams. So for girls golf, we have Amanda Back. She's in her 2nd year of head coach here for the Cowboys, and it's a 2nd-year team. Last year she had 3 girls, and this year I believe she has 9.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow, that's quite an improvement.
Yes. So we're super happy for her. She will be the first spring sport to hit the course, I guess, if you will. They play at Chipeta on Monday morning at 10 a.m.
And that's a good little executive course that they have there. So a couple of par 4s, mostly par 3s.
Oh, well,
so
that'll
that
be
will
good
be a
for
good
them.
start.
Yes, I think they have the 3 girls that played last year. 2 of them are returning, and then they have some new girls. Like we said, we were speaking with Haley Knowles. She's going to play golf. And was one of the other girls playing golf? Hadley had thought about it.
Right.
That's right. So then for track, we have a new head coach for track this year. We have Hallie Blunt. And she's not new to track by any means. She's been coaching a little bit, especially with, I think, the pole vaulting over the last couple years. And now she's taken over for John Strait as head coach for Cowboy Track. And then they begin on the 18th in Rifle.
Okay.
And then for baseball, Donald Blazon, once again, returning as head coach and backing back up to track. I don't know who all of her assistants are for track. I don't have any idea. Kurt Kosick is one of them. Definitely the running and sprinting coach. He ran for CSU.
Okay.
Other than that, I'm not sure. And then Donald Blazon, again, head coach for baseball. They open up on the 22nd. And where's that at?
In North Fork.
North Fork.
Yep. Their first game is on a Tuesday, North Fork, and they actually they're talking 30 kids out for baseball this year.
Wow. I know that I was talking to Donald the other night, and he said there's a lot of newbies out on the team, kids that have actually maybe never played baseball before.
Mm-hmm.
So
I know of a couple of juniors this year that haven't played baseball for a few years that they decided to go out for it this year. And then the freshman class, 'cause I helped coach the competitive last year.
Right.
We've got 7-8 freshmen, I believe.
That's good.
That are out. So.
And are there a lot of JV games on the schedule?
There's not. So. Yeah, so right now there were 10, but I heard that 2 of them were canceled, so they're actually looking for more JV games.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe
but
they
I think
can play
they're
some
looking at
doubleheaders.
20. I think total varsity and JV there were 26 games on the schedule as of right now.
Oh, wow. And I know that they are the last team to play. I believe that they finished their regular season on the 18th.
May 21st, actually.
21st, May 21st. And so then they'll start into their postseason play. Right. So it will go into June.
Right. But baseball usually does.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a normal schedule.
Right. And it'll be much warmer then anyway for the parents.
Yeah.
So let's move on to our athlete of the week. So we were talking here to Coach Kindler, and, definitely I think that this boy deserves a ton of recognition. He scored 95 points this year on the season, and that's Zager Brown. He is leading in total rebounds, and he is also leading in the number of defensive rebounds, and he's just been a heck of a player. He has an average scoring of, I believe, 10 points per game, and he was a leader of the team. He's the one who spoke the most today.
Yeah, he actually spoke. Everybody else just kind of grunted.
Yeah, so we're super proud of Zager, and congratulations on Athlete of the Week.
Congratulations, Zager.
Mm-hmm. So I guess with that, we'll wrap it up. Next week, we're hoping to have some of those coaches from the spring sports. Definitely Miss Amanda will be coming in and talking to us.